Well, after that narrow escape, thanks to some old heroes coming back to rescue us yesterday, we continue our European run in this episode, and let's be honest, it's probably going to come to an end. But we continue to focus on the transfer window as we host maybe the biggest game we've had so far in this save. We are playing Danish giants Brondby and TNS down the road, playing another giant from Denmark themselves. Yes, hello and welcome along to part 32 of this FM26 Build a Nation story, a Rhyl rebuild with me, Daniel. We are back today to face Brondby, the Danish giants in the Conference League second qualifying round. But realistically, we've done our job, we've bought in our money. You can see from the top of the screen the new news messages that are flicking by. TNS are starting to sign players for money. They're playing Copenhagen in the Champions League, and as you would probably expect, the first leg has not gone well for them. But this is going to be a really interesting season for us because we've got these two legs. Then again, I'm not expecting a League Cup run because 3 days after, we got away to Mold Alex, who due to going out in the last round, will now have that week off beforehand. And then we get into the league season where the fixtures come, well, not just thick and fast, but chaotically, as we know. So if you're looking forward to all of that and seeing how it goes, then please do chuck a thumbs up on it. We've got our first of our summer signings able to feature in the squad today. So that's one little positive we can look at as well. We've got a couple of staff coming in soon and bizarre Welsh title odds still continuing to come in. We are now the 7th favourites for the title. Mold Alex still 2nd favourites for relegation. I think you can ignore these pre-season previews as much as you used to be able to in the other games. However, let's go and have a look at the recruitment screen because there has been a little bit of transfer work. Not exciting stuff, but it is one nonetheless. You saw Corey Hollick come in the last episode and Russell Hinley, who was announced before that. He is now in the Europa Conference squad today. But Kai Crow has returned, courtesy of our Director of Football as a third choice keeper. He's okay, he's got a decent personality and may become homegrown at the club, which is also important. But possibly the most crucial thing here is our Director of Football has spent a year bidding for nothing other than third choice keepers. So now we've finally got one. Maybe he'll leave that alone and start trying to sign some others. We'll wait and see. For now, though, let's go and have a look at the squad that we've got for today because it's been an interesting week. You can see in the rest of the league, there is a lot more going on. TNS now spent nearly 50 grand on a winger from Chatham. They've bought in a player from Bromley. They're starting to improve their squad. There are other clubs that are signing plenty as well. But we want to focus on Europe. TNS have lost convincingly to Copenhagen. And we now play against probably the best of the rest from Denmark, as Brondby are our opponents. Russell Hinley will come in and make his debut today. Creaney continues up front, gaining match sharpness. The rest of the team in pretty good nick now. The bench is a little bit stronger. Jack Parry is likely to be moving on in the next week or two. He's got offers from Ammanford and from Bangor 1876 in the north. Would be lovely to see them back in the top tier soon, especially given our channel history with them. And we've got the youngsters like Ahmed and Ball still on the bench, who will hopefully feature at some point this year. But this is our 11 in full for today, with just Russell Hinley coming in for Noah Daly. It is Minter in goal, Stanley and Calder the fullbacks, with Farkey and Fisher as centre-half. Brennan and Dake in the midfield 2, Richards, Evans and Hinley the attacking midfield 3. And Dan Creaney up front, yet to get off the mark this season. Hopefully today will be the day. I've kept my relatively cautious formation and setup as we go into a difficult European tie. My plan for the regular season, once we've finished it, is to be a little bit more aggressive this year. A lot of you have talked about my mentality being balanced and that, but that's not normally the area I look to first. What we're going to try and do is push players higher up the pitch. So we're going to get Calder from a holding fullback to a fullback. And in the wingers, out of possession the last 2 seasons, have been wide midfielders sitting a little deeper. Does help that they can pick up the ball and then carry it downfield. But I'd like them to be higher up the pitch. So I'm going to set them as traditional wingers and keep that 4-2-3-1 out of possession too. We'll see how that works in the league campaign. For now, though, let's go and get into the first leg against Brondby. It's not going to be easy, is it? It's going to be against the wall. It's going to be a very hard match. Brondby have got quality players everywhere. Lewis Binks is one that has featured in English football, but he's injured at the moment. He's on 6 to 8 grand a week. I mean, they're good players, aren't they? Let's have a look at their top earners at the moment, just see where they are. So their biggest earners, the goalkeeper, Patrick Pence, is fantastic on nearly 15 grand a week. Tahirovic in midfield, really good player, Bosnian international. You've got a few other players not featuring at the moment. 31-year-old Dane who's played for the international team. Lauritsen, a 32-year-old defender. It's an experienced squad. It's a high-quality squad. And Vladsen, I'm pretty sure we've managed before as well. This is going to be so tough. A completely different level to any side we've ever faced before. And I guess the big question here is, can we keep it respectable? If not, how many will we lose by? Let's go and find out together. Into the first leg we go. Well, one change for Brondby, who matches up with a 4-2-3-1. I'm going to try and stick with the balanced mentality at home and just see how it works. If we get outclassed, I'll probably go a little bit more countering in the second leg, just sit behind the ball. They've got a very good team out on the bench. People that I recognise in there too. I mean, this is such a good side. And this is going to be a difficult night. Nobody's expecting anything from us. Go out and enjoy the game, folks. Russ and Hindley not match sharp, but he'll get there. And hopefully today's game will help with it. Yes, they've got a big miss in defence, but surprisingly, I'm not broken-hearted for them because, you know, they've got some pretty good players out there still. A much bigger budget than us. It did say in the press that we were expecting nearly 2,500 in today, which you can see the ground does look almost full. An incredible attendance, the sort of thing that didn't used to happen in the old FMs. Maybe from a financial point of view, that'll help the Welsh clubs as well. It's been a quiet start. It's a corner kick to the visitors, and it may go wrong now. Farke heads away, but they're going to have the physical edge as well as the technical one. And it'll be very difficult against good professional opposition. TNS have torn us apart before. Imagine what this lot can do. As Lauritsen gets the ball to Tahirovic. And don't forget the Moldovans scored plenty against us. And that's just class. The ball in for the underlapping run. The fullback can't cope. And Bungard just slides it into the corner. It is a different level, this. And I think we're about to learn a very hard lesson. I'm genuinely fearful that we're going to get battered in this game. Look at that pass. That is top-level opposition for the first time, isn't it? Nobody in the Welsh League that can do that. And we're 6 gone. They've only had one shot on target, but it's been confident enough, hasn't it? I think we know what the score's going to be. We're nearly 15 on the clock. It's been a quiet 10 minutes, and that may be offside, but Minter comes to gather it anyway. Would be nice if we could get a goal, and look, I'm not expecting to get enough of a result to get anything on the coefficient today, but would be great if we could do something special. As Richard holds the ball up on the right to Evans, over the top to Creaney. We might get the goal. Keeper comes. Keeper doesn't get there. It's 1-1. Rhyl have scored. Dan Creaney is off the mark for the season. Evans has set it up. It is Rhyl 1, Brondby 1. Where has that come from? Magnificent stuff. Brilliantly timed run. And Dan Creaney, put him in this position. Match sharpness doesn't matter. Fabulous technique. 1-1 on the night. We'll enjoy it while it lasts because it won't be long. But what a fantastic moment. As Vallis picks the ball up on the centre circle to Tahirovic. Tell you what, the longer we can keep it this way. That's what I said, wasn't it? If we can have a goal to celebrate, that would be fantastic. Collert gets down the left. We might concede from the kickoff, but let's not worry about that. Collert to the byline. We will as well. In he goes. Oh, what a save. Rebound down and off the line by Calder. Richards can break away. We couldn't, could we? Richards down the right. He's making the run. Creaney's in the middle. Cuts inside. Takes on the fullback. Back to Evans. Dakin's unmarked. Into Hindley on his debut. Oh my words. We've scored 2 in a minute. Russ and Hindley have scored on his debut. Evans has got another assist. Or Dakin got that one, didn't he? We've just turned it round against Brondby in the space of a minute. And I have no idea how. Their team is on 10 to 15 grand a week. They're magnificent international players. And we've just scored 2 in 60 seconds. Russ and Hindley, take a bow on your debut. Oh, this team, it knows no bounds. Goal in the 15th minute. Goal in the 16th. We asked where the entertainment was in the first qualifying round, first leg. Think we're going to get it tonight, aren't we? Because let's be honest, Brondby aren't going to just score 1 today. It's out to the left-hand side to Colhert. Maybe having a go was the right approach as Colhert gets to the byline. Chance to cross. Still only 2 minutes later. Shots in, it's 2-2. This is scandalous. What is it with these European qualifiers that there has to be 20 goals in each tie? 18 minutes gone. I mean, I'm thrilled in a way because we're taking the game to them. But we are going to get battered the way we're going. Away from home, we can't attack like this. Melvin Minter had absolutely no chance. And Brondby are back on terms immediately. But it was fun while it lasted. We had a great 2 minutes. Well, here we are again, just 4 minutes later. Brondby surging forward. We would expect them to take the game away from us, but it's about holding on and then trying to counter as Valadson. Back to his centre-half Alves, and you can see they've got everyone in our half. They're dominant. They're really aggressive. They're flying down the right here. Cheta Bungard across to Yeboah. It's a great block by the defender Farke. Brennan clears it away. It's only as far as Valadson on the left-hand side. It will start again. Alves into Lauritsen. They're trying to switch it quickly. We've survived the first quarter at 2-2. And you know what? That's spectacular in itself. Just to get some goals, to get some confidence. As Bungard down the right-hand side. Towards the byline he goes. The support inside from Tahirovic. Into the box it goes. Valley's shot is blocked. Farke's everywhere today. But Evans can break. And this is where we're dangerous. Because they're attacking us. And we have got quality. Look at the footwork from Kieran Evans. Then he's brought down and should get booked. That is superb counter-attacking. He's doing the Mikey O'Neill role now. Kieran Evans with a free kick up to the back post. Farke's there. It's away as far as Richards back in. And straight at the keeper. This is far more end-to-end than I expected it to be. And I'm all here for it. Fantastic stuff. I'm really enjoying watching it, despite the inevitable defeat. As Farke beats Yeboah, finds Evans. Can we counter again with Dakin? No. It's intercepted by Tahirovic. Bungard to Valleys. Chips it forward. Farke away. Now Richards can break. This is chaos. Dakin gets it to Evans. Left-hand side is support from Hinney. Confident after scoring on his debut. There's Creaney and two others in the middle. Dakin to Evans. Into Creaney. Oh, great save. Could have been 3-2. This is brilliant to watch. 5 shots on target in half an hour. Nobody saw this coming. We're under pressure, but we're countering at speed. And we are giving a bit of a threat to Brondby. Do not be mistaken here. They've got something to think about. We're 2 minutes added on in the first half, and we are back for one more Brondby highlight by the looks of it. Kohler, who's caused trouble on the left, but it's got weaker in the last 10 as Evans wins it back to Richards. And we're being brave. We're pressing them, and we're getting our results for it. As Brennan gets it in towards Creaney. Out to the left-hand side. Russon Hinney. Man to run at again. He looks electric quick. Gets in behind. Hinney into the side netting. Oh, I like him. I know he's not had the best game overall, but he's got a goal. He's looked a handful. And for a debut for the club, for a debut probably at senior professional football, he doesn't look fearful, does he? At half-time, Brondby the better side, but we're a counter-attacking threat without doubt. We're going to tell the boys we're happy, ask them to keep it up, and hopefully in the second half they can, because this has been a magnificent watch, and more importantly, a competitive game, which is not something we were expecting. They go down the left immediately in the second half. We might come under pressure here, but it's offside. It's going to run out for a goal kick. And so far, so good in this match. We're just 2 minutes gone in the second half. It's a throw for Valadson down by the corner flag. And Colhert's got the chance to put the cross in and does. Beats everyone. Keeper doesn't get there. Bungard thankfully puts it into the side netting. The angle just too acute for him. And that keeps us level in the game. As Bungard again, this time, picking it up very deep. Able to play out. They do look a little bit overconfident trying to dribble out from the back. And they've been caught a couple of times. As Alves goes to Valadson. We've got more defending to do. Collert down the left. Good run from Valleys. Options in the middle. Yeboah's there. There's 2 more arriving. Valleys goes in himself. He's just over the crossbar. We are going to see a lot of defensive highlights in this half, aren't we? The semi-pro side are going to run out of steam, you'd imagine. And the substitutes bench can't keep up. So it's going to be difficult, this. But at the moment, I am so thrilled with the performance. We're just past the hour mark. I'm going to make the changes on the wings because Hinney's actually now our worst rated player, bar Stanley, despite the fact he's got the goal. He's on a yellow as well. So I'm just going to take him off, save him from that. Let's get it back to the combined because I hate the out of possession look there. Right. So it's going to be Lafondra and Daly. We know that for sure. They're going to come on the left and right of midfield. And even that is added depth from the last one. Brennan's not had a great game. So we're going to go for the experience of Evans. That'll put 2 of them on the pitch. Stanley at right back is struggling, so Daniel Baldwin's going to have to come on. And then Calder at left back hasn't been great either. Do we go for Bissix? I'm not sure he's quick enough for this. I'm going to leave it at 4 for now because I don't want to end up 20 minutes with 10 men or anything. We'll make another one in a little while. It's been a fabulous game of football, but Brondby's starting to get on top. And as predicted, we're running out of steam. Hopefully the fresh legs can help. We're just over 10 minutes to go. I really don't feel like making changes because the way we're playing is so strong. But Dakin's physically starting to struggle. We've not got the 4th midfielder yet, but Mikey O'Neill can now play holding midfield, which does make a bit of a difference for us. So I'm actually going to bring him on for Dakin. It's part of the reason we'd retrained him a little this year to make sure that he could still be a versatile squad option off the bench. He can play a number of positions off the left, up front. and now holding mid as well makes another string to his bow. With 5 to go, I don't want to speak too soon. We might get something for the coefficient here. Don't be fooled, we're going to get battered away in Denmark. But we've nicked a 2-2 draw, and that is the greatest effort we'll ever have in this save. What a result. What a performance. You boys take a bow, because that is something extraordinary. We'll see if TNS can produce a miracle against Copenhagen. They're 3-0 down on aggregate. Then we'll be back for the second leg. But overall, we've already achieved what we needed to this year, because that's astonishing. Well, we are back for the second leg against Brondby, where I expect the inevitable will happen. And unfortunately, the same ending as bestowed the New Saints against Danish opposition. They lost 2-0 in the home leg, meaning a 5-0 aggregate defeat. They've actually got a fairly tricky tie next time out as well. Dinamo missed not the easiest ones they've had. So it'll be interesting to see if Minsk can stop them, get into the last qualifying round. Albeit, when they have done it before, it's been from the Conference League playoff. Let's go and have a look at our second leg then. I'm not expecting much change here at all. We've managed to add a couple of staff in recent weeks, but we'll reflect on them in a future episode. Today, it's just about whether we go for the same squad. Hopefully, Hollett will be back and ready to play. Maybe not for the cup game this weekend, but certainly the first league game of the season. Jack Parry rejected his permanent moves away. He's now got some loan discussions going on. And the rest of the squad virtually picks itself, I think. Russ and Hindley will keep his place. I see no reason to change the 11 that did so well last time. We will drop to a cautious mentality when we get in there, because I don't want to get battered as we did in the second leg of the last tie against a far weaker team. We're going to go to the match with the same 11 out, a slightly more defensive mindset. This is about respectability, having done a great job in qualifying already. Well, 4 changes from the league fixture for Brondby. They have made a couple of changes from our last game as well, because Spyrin's definitely started that one. Jensen's in. Colehurt returns, as does Yeboah. Frederick Alves back in for Binks, so I'm guessing made his injury return at the weekend. But a 4-2-3-1 again. They've not changed setup, albeit we struggled with that with the other team. We're going to go into the first half. We're going to address the team. We're going to say, nobody's expecting anything. Just enjoy being the underdogs. We're playing away at Brondby. It will be the biggest game of most of these players' careers. So let's enjoy the occasion. Nothing is expected of us. It's a massive sellout crowd. Hopefully we get some sort of benefit from that. On the financial side, that is. But even so, we know we're about to bring in hundreds of thousands. And a drop to a cautious mentality as the kickoff comes. And hopefully we won't go beyond the 10 seconds here. See how much slicker that ball was moving as well. We've had 80% of it so far. With 5 minutes gone, we're just hoping to hold on. We're 10 on the clock, and it's a free kick for Bungard in what looks a very dangerous position. And it almost proves that way as well. Just whistles past the post. The goalkeeper was scrambling all over the place. It made it over the wall, but not quite into the corner. Having said that, we've had the only shot on target after 15 minutes, which is pretty baffling in the circumstances. I'm sure that will be an inevitable change soon, though, as Brondby look to work down the left. They've got a free kick on halfway. Jensen picks it up, plays a 1-2 with Larsson. And they start again with Alves in defence, into Tahirovic, who caused us trouble before. We're spreading those passes. Bungard on the right, cutting in on that left foot. Cross to Valleys, good block again. Fisher this time getting over, and it's a corner kick. You've got to give it to our boys in these games. The headline after the first leg was that Brondby rude missed chances, but it was because Farke, Fisher, etc. just throwing themselves in front of everything. It was on the right-hand side. Here come Brondby again. They're not in a rush. They're trying to be patient here. And they're moving us all over the shop as we're forced wide here. Che gets to the byline. Man inside is Bungard. Good cross towards Yeboah. Back to Bungard again. Tahirovic on the head. That's a stunning effort. And he's tipped wide by Minter, who's had a brilliant start. Now we've got a corner to defend. Thankfully, we don't have to see it. Still no shot on target, but Minter just made a save. It's either slow to update or wrong. As Jensen gets it into Tahirovic again. Out to the right to Che. You can see they're starting to cause trouble out wide. But a slightly more cautious setup is helping us a bit. As Che gets towards the byline. Work for the defender to do. Bungard beats Calder. Really good play into Yeboah. And there is the inevitable. Is that all Rhyl fans in white behind the goal? Because that is pushing it, I've got to admit. Fabulous effort regardless though. 25 minutes gone. We're 1-0 down. We were never going to get a result tonight. But the fact we've not conceded 2 or 3 early does help. In the end, no. Fisher couldn't get tight enough. Tapped in from 2 or 3 yards. I think now it might get trickier. Well, we've survived a further 4 minutes, but the attacks are becoming more frequent, the highlights are becoming more regular, and the right-hand side is continuing to get peppered here as Bungard works towards the byline, cuts in, plays it to Che, who's underlapping. On the byline again, back to Bungard. Into Tahirovic, good ball, crosses across the box, and Valley's shot is blocked. Calder gets it wide, Bungard tries to keep it in, he does off the corner flag. Tahirovic plays a 1-2, he's just onside. Stanley heads away, Richards flicks on. This is proper backs against the wall stuff. We got the instruction to close down Bungard. I'm not sure that's going to make a difference. He can take us on. But look, we're on a front foot. Stanley's got a throw in the attacking third. Evans finds Dakin. Can we have a shot? Creaney, Richards. Oh, it's almost better. Just over the bar. Almost got better than a shot there. 10 minutes to the break. Really good effort. And a little threat from Rhyl. Still 1-0 down though. What a fabulous effort it's been in this tie. Far closer than I expected. And here we are in the 45th minute as Brondby continue to patiently play out from the back and work down this right with Bungard. Valley plays it back to Che and Bungard goes again. Chips over the top. Valley's has forced Farkey wide. It's good football. Bungard to Tahirovic. Edge of the box to Valley's. Little back heel. Quick interchange and that is ridiculous. Tahirovic from 30 yards has just bent it over Minter into the far corner. I know it's not from a dead ball situation, but it's almost like the Ronaldinho v Seaman free kick that. The angle and the whip on it, look, first time, over the keeper, into the far corner. I mean, that's stunning. We cannot compete with that level of quality. He's a Bosnian international. He's earning 10 grand a week. We shouldn't be competing with it, and we're not. It's 2-0 at half time. I'm actually relatively happy it's only 2, because the scoreline, the stats suggest the scoreline could have been more. I'm going to say, do I say we've been unlucky? I think that's all I can do. There's no point ruining morale for a game like this. We'll make some changes around the hour mark. Not going to throw youngsters on or anything, but we will rest people for Sunday, where, of course, we've got Mould Alex in the League Cup, a competition we went out early last year. As Stanley gets down the right-hand side. Towards the byline he goes. Good cross to the back stick. Creaney's up, can't win it. Bungard able to go away, and we know the danger he poses. Up towards Valleys. Back to Tahirovic. They're so composed, and you just feel long highlight, first minute and a half. I think we know what's coming, don't we? Bungard gets towards the byline. Chance to cross is into the back post. Stanley away. Flicked on by Brennan. Richards can bring it clear. It's back to Stanley again, but we're surviving rather than anything else. We've had one chance in this match, and that is literally it. A minute gone in the second half. It's all Brondby again, and we're still seeing it, in fact. Larson throws into Colher, over the top to Yeboah, who's broken free. He's one-on-one. Fisher's nowhere to be seen. Thankfully, Melvin Minter is to the rescue. Yeboah back in again, no. Minter again. In with a save. Fantastic goalkeeping. And we're still going. Brondby are dominant. They've had 20 shots now. It's still just 2-0. It's a great effort. We're just approaching the hour mark. The attacking midfield 3 have had next to no service or opportunity. They're basically acting as 3 extra defenders today, which they don't do often. We're going to change all of them in a minute. Looking at Dakin, he might need a rest. Maybe Stanley looking at the weekend as well, as Bungard has just turned 2. Nati finds Valleys. Good effort, 3-0. And that is the cue, I think, because this is game over. We're going to go Hindley off for Lafondra. We're going to bring Daly on the right for Richards and O'Neill on for Evans as the number 10. And then centre midfield, Dakin's anxious, struggling physically. So Evans, you can have a run out there. And then the last one, probably going to be at right back. But I'm just going to give it 10 more because Stanley physically struggles a bit. And I want him fit for the weekend because I want to have a go in the cup this year. Especially now we're going to be out of Europe. 3-0 Brondby, no less than they deserve. I tell you what, just before we make this change, we'll get Baldwin on at right back. I've got to show you Bungard because I'm not sure we looked at his profile. Look at the attributes. 14s and 15s everywhere. International for Denmark. He is a remarkable player. Like, he could probably hold his own, certainly at the top of the championship, but probably in the Premier League too. We're talking about a very high level player. We have got a corner here. Could we nick a goal? Lafondra to the back post. Up goes Creaney. Keeper punches. Noah Daly on the rebound. O'Neill brings it down. Out to Lafondra. Go on, in you go, Kian. Shoots with his right. Deflects on the line. Back again. Lafondra, great save. Oh, how have we not scored? We do deserve it for the effort in the tie, and we almost get one. But I do like the fact that even occasionally we can carry a threat to Brondby. It shows the attacking players are improving. And don't forget, this is the sub 3 in attacking midfield. There's a lot of quality in this side overall. And with 10 minutes to go, while we're going to bow out of the Conference League, to get the draw at home, to have a couple of chances here, there's a lot to be proud of. It's been a really good display over the 2 legs. TNS are still possibly going to make the groups in the Conference League again. And overall, we say a well done to these boys at Rhyl 1879 for fighting. As Baldwin throws into Daly, there's still a chance for the goal. Lafondra's up, it's another great save. Oh, what a shame. He's had a couple of good chances here. The goalkeeping's excellent. It's a 3-0 defeat. It's no less than was deserved in truth, but we were underdogs and we gave it our best shot. Why they're unhappy at a 3-0 defeat, I don't know. A fabulous, fabulous fight and a really entertaining tie to watch. Wonderful from Brondby. Let's have a quick look at the updated coefficient if we can. As yet again, the big news is here. Another 680 grand into the club. Nearly 690 in fact. One more year of that, maybe. Maybe we can look at turning professional. I don't know. I didn't realise Steve Cooper is still in charge of Brondby. So we came up against Steve Cooper there, who's a very good manager. Let's go and have a look at the coefficient if we can. And there is the evidence again. It has updated. One of the 3 clubs still left in it. 1.5 this season is better than virtually everyone below us and a lot of the teams above as well. As it stands at the moment for next year, 8.375. We're going to be overtaking Albania. We're going to be overtaking Kosovo, Faroe Islands, catching up towards Finland level. And if TNS can do a bit more for the nation, it could get even better than that. Albeit, they're up against a Belarusian side who are doing far better for now. Really intrigued to see how that goes. It's looking very interesting at the minute. But for now, let's have a look at the fixture schedule and when we're going to be back. I'm not going to worry about the League Cup tie against Mould Alex. We are, though, going to do what we did last season. We seem to get TNS at this same point every year. We're going to play the first one against them because they are the side that we're trying to catch up with. Let's be honest here. TNS and in one of the games either side, we'll make our decision soon. They are on now Sunday due to their European fixture. Can we take advantage of the Thursday night football? They're building a stronger and stronger squad as they keep bringing players in. They've just added another in Scottish striker Rory Wilson for £2.5 grand a week, who I don't know what his history is here. He's been at Aston Villa. I mean, he is a proper player, isn't he? So let's go and judge that in a couple of weeks' time. How will we stand up against TNS? Can we get a few more players of our own in? Can we build to the next level? And is there a chance to take advantage against them early on this season? Our European run comes to an end, but if you enjoyed the fun, I mean, there was plenty of entertainment, wasn't there? Please do put a thumbs up on it. Let me know what you think of the few new signings. You saw the first one today, and hopefully the second will be fit to feature against TNS in a couple of weeks. If you want to see more and find out who the rest are, subscribe and turn that notification bell on. But thank you very much for watching, for being here as always. I really love these little European runs. We put in a great effort against Brondby, but it wasn't to be. Now the all eyes are on TNS again for Welsh football. Can they make the Conference League group stages for the 3rd year out of 4?